Wizards of the West Coast. Tapping out, slinging spells. I hate your deck.
So much card draw, man, from the mono black deck.
Welcome to I Hate Your Deck with Larry Shenanigans. You know, I have no idea where we are. Well, welcome.
Hi, it's good to be here.
Man, these kids these days.
He have haste.
He do.
Chaos, baby, let's go.
Chaos. If you really want to support I Hate Your Deck, there's a lot of ways to help support us. Number one way is through Patreon. Patreon is a great place where you get to join our community. We have a Discord where we play a lot of Magic with our friends, and there's such a community of people from around the world in our Discord. So if you want access to our deck list, do you want to play Magic with a lot of people from all over the world and interact or help brew your decks, the I Hate Your Deck Discord through Patreon will help you get all that done. Hey, if you've been liking I Hate Your Deck, hit the like, subscribe, and ring that bell to get notifications when we have new episodes coming out. And we also have bonus episodes. If you want to see those bonus episodes that were too hot for YouTube, join our Patreon to check that out.
Wizards of the West Coast. Tapping out, slinging spells. I hate your deck. We want to give you the true LGS experience. We show up, sling spells, and have fun. Now meet our players for this episode.
What's up, everyone? It's Lynch from I Hate Your Deck. Time to play some more spicy Commander Magic. Magical Commander. As always, I'm here to play Magic with my friends.
What's up, everybody? It's me, Larry. Excited to be back on the show, making new friends, beating up on old enemies. We'll see how it shakes out.
Frenemies.
Frenemies. Hello, I'm Eiley. I'm also happy to be back, and today I'm going to continue my tradition of attempting to kill Larry. I'm excited to do something a little bit different this time.
What's up? I'm Kyle. I'm very happy to be here. This is my first time on the show, and I'm gonna punch myself in the face and then hit them a lot harder.
Let's talk about Rule 0. So yes, the patrons have voted in our Discord, and we're gonna be plane chasing. For those that wanna learn about plane chase, we'll learn together today. So it's gonna add another variation to making the Commander more big, fun, swinging experience. I would like to play Cirdan the Shipwreck, Elf Noble. It's from the Lord of the Rings set, which I love, and I'm really stoked it happened.
Nerd.
Vigilance, 3/4. Whenever Cirdan the Shipwreck enters the battlefield or attacks, each player secretly votes. Then the votes are revealed. Each player draws a card for each vote they receive. Each player who received no votes may put a permanent card from their hand onto the battlefield. So it's group hug. We're gonna draw the cards together, and we're gonna put permanents on the field together, because you wanna let me swing, because who doesn't wanna draw cards, and who doesn't wanna do that?
Man.
I do have Halloween Mine in here. I do have some other group huggy things, but then of course it is full of like Coma is obviously in here.
What a great group hug card. Coma.
Yeah, everybody's favorite.
Yeah.
So when each player received no votes may put a permanent, yeah. So there is a chance that I might drop a huge green or blue or green-blue creature onto the battlefield. So that's what this is trying to do is, hey, let's draw cards together.
Yeah, so we could potentially see an Omniscience.
Omniscience is in the deck. 1000%.
I like your transparency.
Yeah.
Yes, that was good. And I think Jewel Lotus.
Okay, so fast mana.
And Mana Crypt. Kyle, who I played with in our Discord on Patreon when we auditioned him for the show, he brought some spicy spice so he can handle it, which is why I chose to bring you two people as well to come give Kyle the full experience where he can flex his muscle and doesn't have to worry about toning it down.
Well, you're gonna leave battered and bruised. That's for sure. If we don't do it, you're doing it to yourself.
Yeah, that's very accurate, actually.
So I'm playing Starscream Power Hungry. Shout out to my buddy Chris Cortez, who designed this deck list and played it, and we've been playing it a bunch recently. I dug this thing so much, I was like, buddy, you gotta let me borrow it. Unfortunately, he's back in Texas, so we printed out a list. And what this does is it's from the Transformers set. Starscream Power Hungry, the face side, is a 2/3 flying. Whenever you draw a card, if you're the monarch, target opponent loses 2 life. Whenever one or more creatures deal combat damage to you, convert Starscream. Vehicle side, more than meets the eye, at a cost of 3 mana, is a 2/3 flying menace haste with living metal. Meaning as long as it's your turn, this vehicle is also a creature. Whenever Starscream deals combat damage to a player, if there is no monarch, that player becomes the monarch. Whenever you become the monarch, convert Starscream. So the jet with flying, menace, and haste, when I connect, if there is no monarch, that person becomes the monarch. And then when I get the monarch back, he becomes Starscream power hungry. And then I'm drawing cards and draining life totals.
I love how when we played this before, how the fact that you talked about how in flavor he is, that when he gets hit, he transforms and flies away.
Yeah,
He would always do that in the cartoon. In the cartoon, he gets hit and he's like, ah! And he just takes off. You know,
and then he's just like, I'm out of here.
He's like, screw you, Optimus Prime! You know, so it's like, and flies away. So there's the fact that it gets the monarch out so quick. It's so fun how it does change the game almost in a Planechase way, where we're all now hitting whoever has the monarchs, we get the extra card draw. So I like when cards also create a mini game within the game, and I think that's fun. It's a lot of fun. Flavor win, fun win, especially with the monarch and Starscream.
So I'm bringing Chun-Li. This is actually kind of a new deck build that I'm working on, so as long as it's okay. This is actually printed as well, because I don't like to buy anything until I've worked out the kinks, or at
Except
least...
I gave you this one, so this is a real one.
Okay, I have
So
one real card.
I named proxies and I gave one.
So there's the Jewel Lotus and I think Mana Crypt. It's mostly a control deck. There is one infinite combo line using an extra turn spell that I will just be able to punch everyone for commander damage. But overall, the general idea is to win via commander damage, because I'm going to be casting spells that make Chun-Li unblockable, or shadow, flying, you know, various things like that. And I'm just using little cantrips repeatedly to get in for all that damage.
I am running Grevin, the Predator Captain. He's a 5-mana 5/5 with Menace and reads, Grevin gets +X/+O, where X is the amount of life you've lost this turn. And whenever he attacks, I can sack another creature. If I do, I draw cards equal to its power and lose life equal to its toughness. So this deck is full of ways to just pay as much life as I want. I'm gonna get Grevin out, put myself to 1, and smack someone with like a 45 lifelinker.
Black Greed.
Yeah, Black Reed.
I think there's a lot of greed on this side of the table.
Yeah.
I hate your deck.
Let's roll to see who goes first.
It's
Here
gonna
we
be
go.
me.
I got a 6.
5.
I also got a 6.
So Larry, Scary Larry, the cookie duster versus the beard man.
Oh, come on.
Let's do it. Roll on.
Wow.
Come
What
on.
are the odds here?
It's because of what happened last game.
1, 3.
Okay.
Oh, there we go. All right, at least I'm second.
Oh, that means I go last.
That better
right?
not be foreshadowing. All right, let's grab our 7.
So we're gonna start with a plane in effect.
Okay. You can only roll the planar die at sorcery speed, and you can roll it more than once in a turn, but you have to pay
Pay mana,
1 mana
exponential.
additionally
Yeah.
per
So you
roll.
pay,
so
pay
first
1 mana
additional
for
roll
each
is 1.
previous. First roll is free, second roll is 1, third roll is 2, and so on and so
Okay.
forth.
I don't know if anybody's making infinite mana, but what about that?
So general rule that I've heard that I think is pretty fair is that if you make an infinite mana, that you shouldn't be able to sink it into the planes.
That
Because
sounds
then
good.
it just,
I like that.
yeah.
It gives that person unfair advantage because they don't need to find an additional piece to win. They
Yeah.
just have it.
Yep.
Yeah, like an outside the game free mana sink sounds a
Unfair.
little weird.
Yeah.
Upkeep, and then we do this before I draw.
So does anyone have any pre-game actions? No? All right, so go ahead and flip the top card. If it's a phenomenon, put it on the bottom and start
Boom! Phenomenon. So phenomenon.
Put that on the bottom and flip another one till we
because
get a
we
planes.
can't start with a phenomenon.
Yes. Flip till you get a planes.
Plane is Grevin. All creatures have vigilance. Whenever chaos ensues, creatures you control gain indestructible until end of turn. Draw for my turn. I'll play a Myriad Landscape as my land for turn. I will roll the planar die. So again, this is Planechase,
Yep.
so we flip the next card off the top,
Yep.
and this is Chaos.
And
There's
so
the chaos symbol.
this will end up at the bottom of the deck because there are planes that say shuffle the planar deck and then flip another one.
All right.
Chaos.
Congratulations.
Chaos.
All your creatures get indestructible.
Pass.
So you were hoping to do something different? All right, Dried Arbor, pass.
Untap, upkeep, draw step, play a Marsh Flats. Head and spend a life to go get Tundra. And then I'm gonna roll the planar die a couple of times since I don't have anything for turn 1.
The Dried Arbor is a land creature, forest dryad, 1/1. I could tap it for a green, and it's also a creature, so I can't tap it because it's got summoning sickness.
Free roll, pay 1 for my second roll. All right, we're not doing so hot so far.
Untap, upkeep, go to my draw step. Let's start with a mountain, and I will roll the planar die. Nothing. I will then tap this mountain and I will cast a Basilisk Collar. 1 mana for an equipment. Equipped creature has Death Touch and Lifelink. Equip for 2. If there's no responses, I will pass the turn.
Untap, upkeep, draw, play a swamp. I'll pay 2 and cast a Jet Medallion. My black spells cost 1 generic less to play. I'll roll the planar die. Nada, pass.
I will draw for turn.
We'll get there eventually.
I'm gonna play a Misty Rainforest, tap it, sack it, crack it, lose a life.
Tap it,
Tropical.
crack it, sack it, stab it.
Tropical Island, bam. Green, Bird's Paradise.
Up. Untap, upkeep, draw. I will play Glacial Fortress. Tap 2 for an Arcane Signet. I will roll the die. Oh, pass the turn.
I'll untap. I'll move to my draw step. A second mountain. I'll roll the planar die. Bah. Nothing.
Oh my god.
Wow, where are your swamps at, man?
They're in the deck somewhere, I hope. I'll play this Immolating Soul Eater. It's a 2 mana 1/1 and it has pay 1 Phyrexian red. Immolating Soul Eater gets +1/+0 until end of turn.
Yeah, baby, keep paying that
Pass.
life.
Untap, upkeep, draw. I'll pay 1 and cast Demonic Tutor.
I'll respond. I'll tap 1 blue, and I'll brainstorm.
Okay.
Draw 3 cards, then put 2 cards from your hand on top of your library in any order. So I'm not stopping. If that resolves, you can continue.
There you go.
Play a swamp. I'll pay 1 and cast a Soul Ring.
I put 2 back.
Tap 3, leaving 1 extraneous mana floating, and cast Starscream, Seeker Leader. The Jet.
He have haste.
He do. I'll cast Starscream Seeker Leader, so the more than meets the eye cost. 2/3 Flying Menace Haste with Living Metal, so as long as it's my turn, this vehicle is also a creature. Whenever Starscream deals combat damage to a player, if there is no monarch, that player becomes the monarch. Whenever you become the monarch, convert Starscream. So I'm gonna go ahead and declare battle. Kyle, welcome to the game.
That's great. I feel so welcome.
Wait, before you attack, why don't we roll some die? Unless you plan on using that mana.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, fair enough. So I have 1 mana floating. Roll.
Hey!
Hey, my dude no longer has vigilance. I see what you did there. Smart.
So this one's gonna go on the bottom.
Yes. Whenever a creature enters the battlefield, it gains double strike and haste until end of turn.
Whew.
Oh,
Wow.
You dodged a bullet there.
Wow.
I did, yes.
Dude. See, I could have taken the monarch this turn if I had rolled before.
Oh my god, you could have.
Yeah, because I would have double
Because you
struck.
hit, I get the
Yeah.
monarch, you hit,
You
and it
do
comes
have a
back to
floating
you.
mana still. You could roll it one more time for chaos.
I had a mana floating
Yeah.
from my
Yeah.
Soul Ring because
1
I have
mana.
cost
So one's
reduction.
free, and then you pay the
Oh, I got you. The
pay one
free
on the
one.
second
Free
one.
one.
So
Here we go.
we don't want to roleplay.
chaos, baby.
really
Let's
do
go.
want to
Chaos. Chasing out of this plane. Golden City of Araska. Ascend. If you control 10 or more permanents, you get the city's blessing for the rest of the game. Whenever 1 or more creatures you control deal combat damage to a player, create a treasure token. Then draw a card if you have the city's blessing. Whenever chaos ensues, you may put a permanent card from your hand onto the battlefield tapped.
Wow.
Wowie
Okay,
zowie.
I think we need to get away from that plane sooner rather than
Creating
later.
a treasure token. I'll declare battle. Kyle, welcome to the game.
You feel welcome?
I mean, the goal of my deck is to hit myself, so I
I'm
suppose
just
in a
helping
way
you.
you're helping me.
Yeah, dude.
I will take 2 damage.
And you become Dermurner,
Wow.
the monarch. So at the beginning of your end step,
Look
you
at me
will draw
go.
a card. Oh, sorry. I make a treasure token. Do we have Tesourus?
Oh, this is bad news bears.
Okay.
And you drew a card?
passed
My
the
turn,
turn.
huh?
Yep.
Untap. Draw for turn. I'm gonna play a land.
I super hooked you up with Kyle, is I made you the monarch, but you're the only one with a creature.
Yeah, and I
So
am-
nobody
yeah.
can take it from you. You're
Or
gonna
a
get
creature
that
with
land.
power because he's got a bop. Oh, no. He has the Dryad Arbor. That's a creature with power.
Oh.
Although I think I'd be willing to trade the Immolating Soul Eater for a Dryad Arbor. That's
Yeah.
his land.
Swing it at him. I'll
I
help
have
you
a
out.
feeling the Dryad Arbor doesn't want that smoke. The dude has fire in his name, Immolating Soul Eater.
Yeah.
Lynch,
That
I
Dryad.
will assist you if you swing the Dryad at him.
You can do that?
Yes. Promises. I don't make empty bluffs.
How are you gonna come at my friend like this?
Oh, we're friends
I'm
now,
not.
aren't we?
I'm
Oh, I
telling
made you the monarch.
That's true, you
I
can
don't
do
know.
that.
I
I
don't know
suppose we
how.
can be
I don't know what
friends.
else we call that.
Yeah, it's fair.
You
Use
know
4
in your
mana.
heart of hearts that Eiley builds very strong decks, and she's playing blue.
We also know that we should never listen to Larry.
Would you really trade for it?
Oh yeah, I would
It's
trade.
a land. He definitely would.
I would
Yeah,
trade
dude.
that.
But
yeah.
again, I will assist you.
Sure, I'll go and I'll attack with the 1/1.
So as players get priority during declaration of attackers, I will tap 1 blue to cast Shadow Rift, targeting the Dryad Arbor. So it'll gain Shadow, and I will draw a card.
That's bad. If she gets that with Chun-Li, that's very bad.
That's bad.
I will
Where's
draw
the
a card.
Delphi Voidwalker when you need it, you know?
It's definitely bad.
Jukabog is in this deck, and probably your deck. You guys have
I
the
don't
grave.
know if I run Jukabog.
Really?
What? You have to.
It's good,
It's
dude.
needed. You're gonna learn. You're gonna learn this game. It's needed.
You're gonna learn today.
All right. So 1 damage gets through.
Well, I can't block it, so I suppose, yeah.
So then I get a treasure.
And
the
you become
monarch.
the monarch.
I'm about this life.
Yeah,
She
it's
just
bunch of
wanted a
spells in the
reason to
graveyard.
put that into her graveyard.
Yes, because then with Chun-Li, she
That-
exiles
that's
it
why I
and
had
she
to read
gets
her
it on
card
every
again.
attack.
Okay. So I have the
Your
monarch.
face. Please.
So now I can still play cards. I'm going to
But should
tap.
you?
I'm gonna tap 2 green. I'm gonna cast in Findhorn Elf and an Arbor Elf.
Mana.
Yeah. Mana dorks.
I will go to my end step and draw for Monarch.
Okay, so untap, upkeep, draw step, pre-combat main phase. We'll go ahead and play an Arid Mesa. So I'm gonna tap, sack Arid Mesa, pay a life, go fetch a Plains, and then I'm going to cast a spell.
What would that be?
I'm actually thinking I'm gonna just pass the turn.
I don't like being right after the control player. I will untap, draw a card.
Crap, I forgot to roll the die.
Yes.
You
I
missed
will
it.
move
It's
to
sorcery
combat.
speed. Move to
I'm
combat.
going to attack. Larry was gracious enough to give me the Monarch, so I'll poke Eiley for 1.
Yeah, but he poked you in the eye to do so, and you never even got the chance to draw a card.
I know, but that was your fault. It's just 1 damage. I'm not gonna pay anything. I just want to get a treasure. Trigger the Golden City of Urazka and get this beautiful little treasure token right here. I will play a Cabal Pit. I can tap it to add 1 black to my mana pool, and Cabal Pit hits me for 1. And I can pay a black, sacrifice it, tap it, sacrifice it. Target creature gets -2/-2 until end of turn, but that is a threshold ability, so I can only activate it if there's 7 or more cards in my graveyard.
I thought you were playing Bottomless Pit, and then I remembered that's a different card.
So I will be rolling the planar die. Oop. Ah, chaos.
What is
Put a permanent from your hand onto the battlefield tapped.
Treasonous Ogre.
Tap.
Oh, criminy.
It's put.
Yeah, I
You-
can't
yeah, you-
respond
you
to
can't-
that.
You can't respond to it until he takes another game.
That's how that works.
Yeah. I'm gonna attempt to play a Shadow Spear.
Because I'm afraid of what else you might do. On the stack, I'm gonna pay 1, and I'm gonna silence you for the turn.
Okay.
So Shadow Spear enters, or Silence resolves. I can still activate abilities in my permanents, correct?
Yes,
Yeah.
you just can't cast spells.
So I will pay 2 mana.
All of you can't cast spells, actually.
Yeah. And I will lose 1 life thanks to the Cabal Pit. And I will put Shadow Spear on Treasonous Ogre. Any responses? Cool. I will just ship the turn.
Somebody better kill that thing.
Or
Untap,
don't. It's fine.
upkeep, draw.
Scary Larry was like, oh shit.
Oh my god.
He already saw her reacting to everything, so he was just like, privately to himself.
So I'll pay 2 and use Soul Ring to activate Myriad Landscape. I tap it, sacrifice it, search my library for 2 basics, put them onto the battlefield tapped, then shuffle. Swamp and Swamp. They have to be 2 basics of the same type.
Oh, I'm sure that's a huge problem for you.
Just so it's noted, pay 2, cast a Mask of Memory. Whenever equipped creature deals combat damage to a player, you may draw 2 cards. If you do, discard a card, and it has Equip 1.
So Treasonous Ogre reads, it has Dethrone, which is whenever this creature attacks, the player with the most life or tied for the most life, put a +1/+1 counter on it. Then I can pay 3 life to add 1 red mana to my mana pool. It is a 2/3.
I'll crack the treasure to equip Mask of Memory to Starscream Seeker Leader, and then I will play a Maze of Ith as my land for turn. I'm going to go to battle. Michael, I'll be attacking you, 2 in the air with Menace.
I take 2.
On combat damage, I become the Monarch, I make a treasure, and Mask of Memory triggers. I become the Monarch, that transforms Starscream.
Achievement unlocked. Thank you, Planechase.
That gives me the City's Blessing, 10 permanents. I draw the card, and I will have Ailey lose 2 life. Then, Mask of Memory trigger. I'll draw 2 cards and discard 1. Ailey, I'll have you lose 4 life.
What did I do to you?
Oh, because you're drawing the card and Starscream is triggering.
Yes.
So that's what you're referring to.
So much card draw, man, from the mono black deck. I did not expect it. And he's not even losing life.
This is mono black card draw.
Then I'll discard Mikokoro.
Welcome to I Hate Your Deck with Larry Shenanigans. This is why the Cookie Duster is who you target.
Show enough.
And he's the only one at 40 life, so we've been doing a very bad job of targeting him.
So I will roll the planar die. Apparently not. That's it. That's my turn.
How many cards do you have in hand?
7,
lot.
because I draw a card and then I burn Ailey for 2.
Damn!
Because the Monarch, untap, draw,
This guy's got a treasonous ogre.
play a forest. I'm gonna tap all my lands for 4, which this is blue. This will be blue. This will untap a forest, which I'll target the tropical island to make another blue. This will be green, and I'll also sack this for blue. So for 8 mana, I'm gonna cast Tidespout Tyrant. It's a flyer, it's a 5/5. Whenever you cast a spell, return target permanent to its owner's hand. So I now have a flying blocker.
And a combo piece. That card has the potential to make infinite mana with 2 mana rocks.
I'm gonna then roll the planar dice. Pass turn.
At the end of turn, I'm gonna tap 2 to cast Faithful Mending. I'm gonna gain 2 life, draw 2 cards, go ahead and discard 2 land. I am going to pay a blue to cast Opt. I'm
Yeah.
going to scry
It's
1.
like Faithless Looting, but in blue-white, and it gains you life.
And is an instant.
So you're bottoming
it's an
it.
instant. That's true. I forgot about that.
Grind one
I'm
to
gonna
the bottom.
scry 1, I put it on bottom, and then I'm gonna draw a card. So I will untap, upkeep, draw step. I will start with an island, and then before I do anything, I will roll. I hate this. Spend 1 to roll the planar die one more time.
Okay.
Nope. What you got in your hand?
It's anymore, really. I'm gonna play Niblis of
Very.
Frost. It is a 3/3 flying with prowess, so whenever I cast a non-creature spell, it gets +1/+1 till end of turn. Whenever I cast an instant or sorcery, I tap target creature an opponent controls. It does not untap during the next untap step. I'm gonna go ahead and pass my sad little.
I'm going to untap, move to my draw step. Move through upkeep because I have no upkeep triggers, and draw for turn.
Why is this still alive?
I will play this mountain right here. And we're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I lose a life from the Cabal Pit. So that's red, 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 black, black. Lose a life. And I'll cast Greven, Predator Captain. I'm going to pay 6 life. Could I have a D20? So Greven has +6/+0. And I will equip the Shadow Spear to Greven. I'm going to pay 15 life. I think that's 15. I'm not sure what I was at before though.
You were not at 30. You're at 14.
Thank you.
Good catch.
We're working together.
I'm gonna
This is
put,
the key here.
so Greven has another +15/+15.
21.
I'm gonna put a Chandra's Ignition on the stack. So target creature you control deals damage equal to its power to each other creature and each opponent. Greven is a 26/5 with lifelink and death touch. So 210 life.
Turn 4, we all did pretty
No,
decent.
260
I
life.
Oh, because
diddly.
it deals damage to
Good
the
thing you cast it
creature.
Yes. I stand to gain 260 life currently because there's 10 targets that Chandra's Ignition
Oh,
will
it's
hit.
not hitting our life totals?
It's hitting life totals and creatures on the board.
At the same
Yeah.
time?
Yep.
This is terrible.
I'll respond
told
by
you guys to
cracking
kill it.
this treasure, generating a black mana to cycle Baron Moor. As I am the Monarch, drawing a card will let me zap you for 2.
So that will increase the power of Greven, giving me more life.
Yeah, the
Would
more
you like
life-
to hit
Okay,
me?
zap Ailey. So each of us takes 21.
Oh, 26, sorry, because he's also 5.
26.
Yeah. And then
I told you
every
guys to
creature-
kill it.
Every creature on the board will die.
Man, these kids these days.
And I will go up to
Shocked.
274.
Here. Oh.
I will proceed to roll the planar die.
I'm short on everything.
Nothing. I will move to my end step. Grevin will lose his temporary power bonus, and I will pass the turn.
Untap, upkeep, draw. He is in the command zone, so that's not giving me anything. Let's
We're
roll.
dying.
Nada.
Did you
Okay,
got the treasure for
I'll
I did.
play a command beacon. I'll crack the command beacon, putting Starscream into my hand from the command zone. I will pay 3 and cast Starscream. Cost reduction from the Jet Medallion.
Are you doing regular Starscream?
Yes, because I'm currently the Monarch. Pay 1 and equip Mask of Memory.
So this Starscream does not have haste, correct? Just flying?
Correct.
I'll pay 1 and feed the Swarm, your commander.
Okay, Grevin's dead. And you'll take 5.
Draw a card as the Monarch. Yeah. Passing the turn.
Untap 4 lands.
Your Dryad Arbor would be dead too, because it's a creature, and I'd go up another 26 life.
Oh.
Yeah.
Forgot about the Dryad Arbor.
6.
Untap 3 lands. Draw a card. All right, so I'll tap
Hopefully.
2 green, and I'll cast the 1 card I think I can cast. Priest of Titania, Elf Druid 1/1. I can add 1 green for each elf in the battlefield, which would have been nice when I had all those other elves.
Yeah, it would.
I'll pass the turn.
Wait, before I start my turn, would you like to Planechase?
Yeah, maybe get a free permanent. Sounds good.
Okay.
Oh, we're actually moving.
Away we go.
Whenever a creature deals damage to one more players the first time each turn, put a +1 counter on it. Whenever chaos ensues, each creature you control gains this creature does 1 damage.
All right,
to it.
Larry, start punching Kyle.
I pass turn. Missing a
Untap,
land drop.
upkeep, draw step. Yeah, well, I'm not gonna live long. I'm gonna sit here at the mercy of Larry yet again. Hollowed Fountain.
You don't want to shock it?
No, you can just stop talking.
You go to hell. You go to hell and you die.
You fall in that hole and stay in that hole. I'm going to cast Chun-Li with a multi-kicker of 2. I'm gonna get Faithful Mending, I think, and Shadow Rift. And these have been kicked. Go through my phases, pass, lay turn.
All right, I'll untap. I will move through my upkeep since I have no triggers, and I'll draw for turn. I'll play this here, Hall of the Bandit Lord. I will roll the planar die.
Damn it.
Nothing. Roll the planar die. Nothing. Roll the planar die. Planeswalk.
Let's do it.
This goes to the bottom, and we flip Ein's Haen. When you planeswalk to Ein's Haen and at the beginning of your upkeep, mill 3 cards. When you planeswalk away from Ein's Haen, each player returns all land cards from their graveyard to the battlefield tapped. Whenever chaos ensues, return target non-land card from your graveyard to your hand.
So it's
You're
gonna
gonna
be
mill
you.
Is
3.
it- okay.
Yeah.
Your men at the beginning of my upkeep, I
You'll
will
mill
mill
3.
3.
I'll mill 3 cards. I will mill Soul Channeling, a Swamp, and a Sulphurous Springs. And with all that, I'll pass.
Upkeep, I mill 3, Blood Pact, Wayfarer's Bauble, and Hero's Downfall. Didn't want those anyway. I will draw for turn, lose 2, Kyle.
Fair enough.
Slowly chipping away.
Yeah, I'll roll.
All right.
Nothing.
Friday.
A swamp as my land for turn. Then I'll declare battle. Kyle for 2 in the air.
Whoa, really?
I know,
That's
crazy.
wild. I will take 2 and 2 commander damage. This one,
Bum, bum,
this
bum.
one.
Okay, I draw 2 cards and discard a card on combat, so you lose another 4. I'll discard Crawl Space. I'll pay 1, roll again.
Chase.
I'll pay 3 and cast Erebos, God of the Dead. 5/7 indestructible. As long as my devotion to black is less than 5, Erebos isn't a creature, so he was only an enchantment when my devotion is below 5. Your opponents can gain life. Pay a black and a generic. Pay 2 life. Draw a card.
Well, so much for my faithful mending and gaining some life back.
Pass the turn. Drawing for Monarch. Take another 2.
Fair enough.
Untap. Mill 1, 2, 3, right? Because of the Dryad Arbor, yep. So Model of Unity, 3 visits, and a forest. So one of the Lord of the Rings cards. Then draw for turn. Okay, then Jewel Lotus. Sack the Jewel Lotus for 3 blue, tap the 2 for green, cast my commander, Cirdan the Shipwreck. Before I die, Cirdan the Shipwright. Elf Noble. Vigilance. Whenever Cirdan the Shipwright enters a battlefield or attacks, each player secretly votes for a player, then those votes are revealed. Each player draws a card for each vote they received. Each player who received no votes may put a permanent card from their hand onto the battlefield. Now we will secretly be voting. I'll just hand you a token you can write on.
I'll vote for him if the 2 of you want to vote for me, and you guys can drop something for free.
Ready? 1, 2, 3, reveal.
Anything I drop's just gonna go away.
Kyle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Each of you
both
guys draw 2 cards.
Oh my god. So go
Okay.
ahead and...
So I'll play Guardian Project.
I put Kozilek, Butcher of Truth
So we
into
can
play.
erase that.
Probably should have said Larry, huh?
I only have my life total.
I know, pretty soon you're not even gonna have that.
Permanents,
Or any
yeah.
lands, or anything, really. When you cast this spell, which I have not, draw 4 cards, Annihilator 4, so when this creature attacks, defending player sacrifices 4 permanents. When Kozilek, Butcher of Truth is put into a graveyard from anywhere, its owner shuffles their graveyard into their library.
Now back to my turn. Yeah, you're on the table. We see you, Larry. I like the Navi. We see you. You know they do that in the Avatar.
So now, would you like to planeswalk?
Second main, Planeswalk. Nothing happened. I'm gonna tap this for 2, use 1 green right now.
Wait, why 2?
Because I have
elf.
2 elves.
Okay.
Sorry, I have 2 elves in play, so Titania taps for 2. Planeswalking 1. I'll do it again. I'll try to Planeswalk. Okay.
Oh, Lynch, I really wanted you to give me those lands.
All right, pass turn.
Untap, upkeep. I will mill 3.
That's rough. Mana Crypt,
And
Enlightened Tutor.
and God's Willing.
Draw step, planar die.
Hey!
Yeah.
You were off the plane. That's what you wanted. That's
That
what you
is
wanted.
what I wanted.
Yes.
There we go.
Yes, I want to be on.
Okay, so hold on. When you planeswalk away from Innistrad, each player returns all
in
land
Ireland.
cards from their graveyard to the battlefield tapped. This goes in the bottom. Norn's Seed Core. When you planeswalk to Norn's Seed Core, chaos ensues. Whenever chaos ensues, reveal cards from the top of your planar deck until you reveal a plane card. Planeswalk to it, except don't planeswalk away from any plane. Put the rest of the revealed cards on the bottom of your planar deck in any order. So this is where we have the multiverse kick in. I think this is Magic's version of the multiverse.
Yeah, so it's gonna be multi-plane until we
my
planeswalk
God.
away.
Yeah, and if we hit chaos on
Chaos
anything,
ensues,
we get
reveal
more
cards
planes
from the
added.
top of the field.
But if you roll chaos, it triggers the Norn
Okay,
Seed
so if
Core
you roll
again.
chaos, then you keep getting multiple
You
multiverse.
keep adding to the
But if
multi-plane.
you planeswalk, then you actually
Then you
finally
planeswalk from
planeswalk away.
everything.
There's no ability that's keeping
Right.
it there. Okay.
Undercity Riches. Whenever a creature deals combat damage to a player, its controller may draw a card. Chaos ensues. You have no maximum hand size for the rest of the game.
That's a good chaos.
I got all my lands out of the graveyard. Everyone else
Same.
did the same. I will go and play Mystic Sanctuary. I have enough islands. It'll come in untapped.
Do you?
Island, 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 island.
Yes.
I'll put God's Willing back on top of my library.
So this is bad.
I'm gonna go to combat.
Go to combat.
And I'm gonna swing Chun-Li at Kyle here.
What?
Attack trigger, I am going to...
Can't you cast one, have it resolve, and then cast
No.
another?
This is a one time only. I have to choose all the spells I want and cast all of them before any of them
So
resolve.
I've been playing my Chun-Li deck wrong.
Cast the one. So I'm gonna pay a blue to cast Shadow Rift.
So we know the top card of your library is a God's Willing, correct?
Yes. So I'm gonna draw a card and give Chun-Li Shadow, and then go to blocks.
I
have
declare no
nothing,
blocks,
so,
go to damage. I have 3 commander damage from Chun-Li.
I'm gonna tap 2 to cast Merchant Scroll. I'm gonna search my library for a blue instant over here once to twice.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna grab Snap.
Oh, there's an answer for Kozilek that she's not gonna cast.
It's a shame it's not gonna be used on Kozilek.
So if she kicks Merchant Scroll, we're in trouble.
I can't. I can only kick instants.
Oh, you can only kick instants?
Yeah.
So have you been playing that wrong too?
Yep.
Happens to the best of us, dude.
Reading
It's all
the card
good.
explains
Yeah,
the card.
wow, okay.
So
First
many
card-
people don't read cards.
Yeah,
You'd be
well, I just,
surprised.
whenever I see, I assume instant and sorcery. I just assume.
You know
My
what?
mind's
People-
like, boom.
Well, people project onto cards. Projection's a bitch.
Yeah.
Pass the turn.
What are you gonna do with that, Kyle?
Untap, upkeep, I will draw for turn.
Yeah.
Play this Mana Confluence. How many cards do you want to hand, Larry?
6, 7,
I mean,
6.
I could kill him if he has no game actions. If no one has any game actions, I can kill Larry.
What?
You mean these kind of game actions?
Oh, Maze of It, never mind.
Get dunked.
I mean, I could kill either you then. I could kill you because I know you have Snap in hand. Let's just go
I
with...
need both of you.
Let's just cast Prismatic Lens. And then I'm gonna tap a red, a 1, and a black. And I'm gonna attempt a Toxic Deluge. As an additional cost to cast a spell, I will pay, we'll call 12.
What? No, this came
Yeah.
into play.
That came into play off of the
Right,
plane.
but it is
When
a
a
creature.
non-token
It is a
enters the
creature,
battlefield under your
so,
control
yeah.
but doesn't have the same name as another creature you control, draw a card.
You would have drawn a card.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I should draw a card.
Yeah.
Miss trigger, sorry. I draw a card. So
Are you
draw from that.
responding?
I have no response to toxic deluge.
Lynch.
I don't have a response.
Maybe.
I will respond with Snap.
Targeting.
Targeting Chun-Li.
That
Yeah.
untaps lands, right?
Yeah, 2. Toxic Deluge is good?
Yep.
Cool.
Oh.
The Triad
How
goes
much?
away
How much
again.
did you do?
12.
And my priest.
So this gets shuffled back into my library.
That was not a creature,
Kozilek.
correct?
And
No,
my
I have 2
dried
devotion.
arbor again. The most the dried arbors ever died and came back in my life.
Oh, should I wait for him to finish shuffling?
Go for it.
I will proceed to
Kozilek hit the graveyard and then shuffled everything.
I'll proceed to tap the Prismatic Lens for 1 and this Mana Confluence for a second one, taking a damage because of Mana Confluence. I will cast a Swift Foot Boots. My deck's gonna do what my deck's gonna do.
What else you got?
I have 1 card in hand, and I will roll the planar die. Thank you. Chaos. I have no maximum hand size for the rest of the game. The Norn Seed Core effect.
The wilds. When you planeswalk to the wilds, at the beginning of your upkeep, create a food token. So you get a food token now.
It does nothing for me because I can't gain life.
But you will get a food, and then everyone gets food at their upkeep. And then it has a chaos that says whenever chaos ensues, target player sacrifices a creature. If you do, you create a food token. You create 2 food tokens instead if the sacrificed creature's toughness was 4 or greater.
I will then pay 1, paying a life, and I will re-roll the planar die. Chaos again.
Oh my god.
Target player
Sacks.
Yeah, so you have a food token from the ETB on this.
Does anyone have a creature?
Nope.
No?
You just
Okay.
blew them all up.
Yeah, I thought so. I will target Larry. You have to sacrifice a creature.
I have no creatures.
Cool. Nothing happens then.
No one has a creature. All right, so then we planeswalk.
Yeah.
All creatures get +1/+1 and have haste.
Ooh.
Whenever chaos ensues,
That's
untap
not
all
good.
creatures.
Silken's on.
Silken's
yeah.
on. Whenever chaos ensues, untap all creatures that attack this turn. If there's a main phase, additional combat phase after the phase, followed by an additional main phase. So additional
Okay,
combat.
we need to get out of that now. Otherwise, Eileen's gonna explode.
It's only if I land chaos.
Okay,
though, but
so what else do you have?
Well,
though?
the haste is also really
Are
good
you
for
done?
I will then proceed to my end step, cleanup phase, pass turn.
Prior to the end of the turn, I'll pay 2 and draw a card with Erebos.
Man,
I'm living close to the edge.
yeah.
I've only cast him from the zone once. The last time I cast him from
But
my hand.
didn't he go to the zone twice because you put
It's
him back
only
in
the
his...
amount of times you've cast it from the zone.
Okay.
Untap, upkeep, draw. Gyre Reach Sanitarium.
But I'm just gonna say this: we probably want to get off of that before Eileen goes, because if she gets haste, that's bad, and if she rolls chaos, it's worse.
I'm going to start by cracking Command Beacon, putting this back in my hand. Then I'm going to pay 3 and cast Starscream Power Hungry with cost reduction.
Which has haste.
haste from Soken's on.
And +1/+1.
I'll pay 1 and equip Mask of Memory. Declare battle. So it has +1/+1?
Yeah, right
because
here.
of-
+1/+1 and haste.
Lovely.
So Kazan.
Kyle, I'll attack you for 3 in the air.
3, 1, 2, 3.
I draw 2 cards and discard a card from Mask of Memory. Am I drawing cards for any other effects here? Okay,
Yes.
creature deals combat damage to a player. And I have a food token. Food token from earlier. You're losing another 6 here. I'm drawing 1 from this, 2 from this, and then I got to discard 1. 6 more to Kyle.
Oh, sorry. Thank you.
Planar die. So here we go. That is not chaos. I'm gonna pay to have another roll. Nope. Pay 2 and cast Foreboding Fruit. Target player draws 2 cards and loses 2 life. I'll target myself. Draw 2 cards.
So
lose.
can you at least put Eileen to 1 so she can't track her lands, making it a little bit harder for her to just go off?
I'm gonna hit you for 4. Then I'll pay 2 and cast Dark Deal. Each player discards all the cards in his or her hand, then draws that many minus
Chun-Li
1.
goes.
Are you going to respond?
I can't.
I will respond. I'll tap 2 blue. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I am going to cast Dig Through Time.
No responses.
Top 7. So Dig Through Time, I can delve, look at the top 7 cards in my library, pick 2 of them, put them in my hand, the rest on the bottom in any order.
I especially definitely now can't let Dark Deal resolve.
Counters Dark Deal. Okay.
You really want your hand.
My commander's in it, plus
Well,
the other
Eileen,
stuff.
That's
Let
fucked
me
up.
have one turn. What?
That's
It's-
fucked up,
how's that-
Eileen.
What?
That's, well, my Dark Deal is countered. I think Eileen is going to find out.
Are you passing? Or you...
I'm going to pass the turn, draw a card as the Monarch. Eileen, lose 2.
Oh!
I
Then
just needed the cards in my hand to stay.
I'll
Untap.
discard down to hand size.
Draw for turn.
He can kill you on the stack with Erebos.
I'm gonna lose a life. Misty Rainforest, I need the land. I'm just gonna take the island because I need blue. And I don't need to shock anything in at 10 life.
That's fair.
Jeez.
Eileen, you were alive until you countered Dark Deal.
I
I was going to draw cards and drain our friend Kyle for 18 more.
In order
But
for
you
me to
had to be
survive
about
as
it.
best as I can, I need the cards in my hand.
Yeah. I mean, that's unfortunate for you.
Tap 2, cast a Signet. Tap 4, cast a Leyline of Anticipation. I drew that second card. Oh. Or maybe it was first turn. But I was
Either
so mad
way,
it wasn't
it was
in my opening
drawn
hand.
early.
It was
Yeah.
drawn, like, I think it was my first card I drew, and I was so mad. I was like, really? It couldn't be in my opening hand?
Yeah.
I pass.
Larry, do I get to live for at least my turn?
What's your offer?
I don't.
I get a food token for my
Here we are again, Eileen.
Yeah,
That
you
was
get
it.
a food token from the
That
wild.
So, no hitting Starscream or countering a spell of mine?
As long as it doesn't make me discard my hand. That was the only thing. It could have been anything else to make
It
you
could have
draw a
been
crap
anything
load of cards.
Okay.
On your upkeep, you get a food token.
Woo! Can't gain life. Is that the only thing during my upkeep?
No, upkeep was the wild's trigger.
Here, this is a food token for you.
Draw a card. I'm gonna play an island for turn. Spend 2. I'm gonna Psych Rift the Erebos. Baby Rift just the Erebos. That's just so I can gain the 2 life, so I can then use it to bounce this.
Why aren't you overloading this on his turn?
I am hoping that you just attack him. I'm trying to take it more of on a slow play.
Okay. Sure, whatever.
I mean, she can get it back. Can you overload it with?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh.
I will kick Chun-Li twice. I will put Psych Rift and Snap down. Then I will go to combat. Swing at you, Kyle, for 3.
It is 4 because Soken's on his
four.
I will declare no. Oh.
So
on attacks.
attack trigger the Faithful Mending. Promise I'll do it next turn. I miscounted because I'm at 1 life, so I can't go fetch this land immediately. Faithful Mending, I will pay the 2 for it. I will go ahead and draw 2, gain 2. Discard 2. Brainstorm. And a show of further fate, I will discard the Supreme Verdict. I'm gonna roll the planar die. I'm gonna roll my free one. That's it.
I'll untap. Upkeep, I'll get a food. So I'll draw.
Did you draw a card when you dealt damage to him?
No, I did not.
Moving back again?
No,
Or-
go ahead.
1, 2, 3. How many cards do you have in hand, Larry?
Yeah, I have 8 in hand now.
I'm gonna attempt to cast a Jessica as well.
Suck. I miscounted because I needed to fetch this
So
land
I have-
before I was able to cast everything.
8 red mana. How should I represent it? Is good?
Yep.
I have 8 red mana in my mana pool. I will use 1 black. So if Grevin costs 7, so I'll use 6 of it, and I'll go to 2, and I'll cast Greven, Predator Captain. Any responses? I will then pay 1 and attempt to equip the boots. Then I will pay a black, losing a life, giving Greven 1 power.
Should have listened to Larry and just rifted overload.
And I'm gonna cast a Lightning Skelemental. Move to combat. I'm gonna swing Grevin at Larry and the Skelemental at Eileen.
Doesn't he have an attack trigger?
Yeah, I'm not gonna do anything. It's May.
Oh, it's a May.
I will pay 2 and crack the food prior to blocks, gaining 3.
I will activate the Hall of the Bandit Lord, losing 3 life and putting this up to 4 to 9.
Okay.
A lot of the lands in here can just tap to pay life for moments like this.
I'll never forgive you, Eileen.
I
Prior to
sorry,
block,
I
or
miscounted.
prior to damage, I'll Maze of Ith the Skelemental.
Really?
Yeah. Then I die.
Wow.
Wait a minute. I will do my best to murder him in your honor.
I'm disappointed in you, Eileen.
Planar die.
See if you can get extra combat and kill all everyone.
Nope. I will pay 1 and reroll the planar.
For the love of God.
No. I'll move to my end step. Lightning Skill Elemental will sacrifice itself, and I will draw a card from Monarch.
There's no other weird things that this triggers.
Oh, on hit with Grevin, I should have drawn a card off the Undercity.
Yep, go for it. Planechase is confusing.
You drew from
One from Monarch and
then-
one from
okay,
the
perfect.
Undercity Reaches.
Untap.
Upkeep, you make a food.
Make a food. I have Ley Line of Anticipations. I don't need to cast spells right now.
Would you like to roll for the...
Yeah. Sure, I'll try it one more time.
Oh, okay. So you can make target player sacrifice a creature. I will have enough mana to recast Grevin.
I'll have you
You
sacrifice.
could also get rid of Chun-Li.
I had to make a deal with the devil. You're gonna sack.
You also flip over a new plane now. You get 2 more food tokens.
Yeah, I went up to 4.
No, you create food tokens.
Oh, he does?
Lynch will
Yeah,
make him.
you sack the creature, he gets the food.
Whoa, that's insane.
You
Have
have
no
no
max
max
hand
hand size. You flip over a new plane and you get an additional combat. So if you have a creature
I haven't
with
even gone through
vigilance,
combat yet.
I know.
I can still
If
go to
he
combat.
has a creature with vigilance, he would be able to take advantage of both
attack
combats.
this-
Whenever historic creature you control attacks, it gains +2/+2 until end of turn. New Argiv is the plane we went to. This just flips because of this ability, but I don't get the chaos from that. So I think we revolved all the chaos.
Yes.
I believe so. You'll have 2 combat steps back to back.
Tap for 5. Cast Jin Catexis. Legendary creature, Ward 2. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell with a mana value 3 or greater, draw a card. But because it came into the battlefield, I will go ahead and I will draw a card. Go to combat. I'll swing at you for 5. Because I have haste. No, 6.
You get the Monarch.
Yeah, you won't untap it because chaos is what untaps the creatures, so they were...
You do get the Monarch.
This deck kills people with commander damage, and I got a little ways to go.
I did damage. Draws me a card, right?
Yep.
Where is that? Which one draws
This
me?
This one. Oh, it's
It's a
legendary.
historic creature, right?
1, 2.
I think I go to my end step. I draw from Monarch.
With that trigger on the stack, I'm gonna sack both of these. Pretty
take-
sure you would have
take 2
killed
life,
me.
right?
Yeah, take 2 life. Pretty sure you would have killed me
So
sooner.
I draw the card. Let's see what happens.
I will spend 2 to crack the food and get 3 life back.
Congratulations.
I'm moving in the right direction.
Yeah, up.
Untap, upkeep, make another food. Right, there are no other upkeep. So I'll spend 4 mana to cast Sentinel Tower. Whenever I cast an instant sorcery, it deals 1 damage to any target equal to 1 plus the number of instant sorcery spells I've cast this turn. Go to combat. Swing at you, Kyle, for 3, 4, 5, 6. I will spend 1 to cast the Shadow Rift.
That card draw.
Draw a card. Hit you for the 6. Draw a card. I will play my land for the turn, and then I will roll. I will roll 1 more.
Okay, we're
Planeswalker
gone.
from all of this.
All of them up.
I've done
Unyarrow.
1 damage. 1 damage to you so far.
At the beginning of your end step, if you planeswalk to Unyarrow this turn, untap all creatures, they phase out until a player planeswalks.
When
Oh,
chaos
what?
ensues, create a 2/2/2 white and blue night creature tokens with vigilance.
That's rough.
Hold on, let me read that.
Chaos giveth, and
Chaos
chaos taketh
taketh.
away.
Your Chun-Li goes away.
Spend that 7 to cast Nexus of Fate. Do another 2 to you. Take an extra
impressive.
turn.
Without Chun-Li, though.
Oh, God. Untap. This is phased out at the end step. Oh, I was gonna kill you. Upkeep, draw a step, draw a card.
I could still die, though. You just have to roll Planeswalk.
Play
Can't be
a
that
land.
hard.
To my free one. I hate this game.
Oh!
Go ahead and do another one.
Oh, I saw the white rolling around.
I need my commander back.
Are you paying 3 now or 4?
I am 3.
Pays
I'll pay 4.
Will she get lucky? Oh, not quite.
is the
as
chaos?
You get two
2/2 white
2/2s.
knights.
Well, at least I guess I have a blocker.
Yeah, you do.
2 of them, in fact.
My go? I'll untap.
I wanted to avenge
I'll draw.
Larry.
I will play a Rogue's Passage. I'm gonna pay 2 mana, and I'm gonna cast a Felwar Stone. Then I'll pay 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. And now I lose 5 life because 3 for the Hall, 1 for the Confluence, and 1 for the Cabal Pit. And I will recast Greven, Predator Captain, with haste. The Hall of the Bandit Lord.
Yep.
Pay 3 life, add 1 mana to your mana pool. If this mana is spent on a creature spell, that creature has haste. Yep. Move to combat.
So
You
at
must
the
have some
beginning of
response.
I'm gonna path to exile.
Yeah.
I'm gonna basic.
On cast, I'm gonna do 1 to you.
Doink.
The most unfortunate thing here is if you win, your victory will have been tainted by
The fact that he had
That
to
Larry
say
Maze of
saved me.
Id. Yeah, like in a twisted sense, you'll owe me your victory.
nothing. I'll pass.
All right, untap, my turn. Yay, I get to my turn. This stupid thing is, you're not Planeswalking, right?
No, I'm not risking
Oh,
it.
you already rolled. You got the chaos.
No,
No,
she got
that
the
was
chaos.
me.
I am not risking
You know,
the
I
roll
have no
of getting
idea where
Chun-Li
we
back.
are. Well, welcome.
Hi. It's
All
good
right.
to be here.
Ooh, play a land. I'm
don't
not
have
mad
an
at that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. On my end step,
Roll the
But
free
you
one.
don't want to roll because then she gets Chun-Li back and kills probably both of us.
which is probably true.
Make her use her resources. She's kind of in the driver's seat at this
Yeah,
point.
so I will use the Monarch to draw a card.
I mean, I'm sure she has another Grevin.
I also have, let's not forget, Leyline of Anticipation.
Yes.
Yeah.
Untap, upkeep,
No food token for you.
draw,
Just the one you had.
play my island.
Plan or die?
Yes. Roll my free one. Oh, thank God.
Oh, bang!
You got it. So our creatures phase in.
Watch this one be destroy all creatures.
The moment of truth. Enigma Ridges.
When you planeswalk to Enigma Ridges, each player who controls fewer lands than the player who controls the most land, you control the most, I believe, Eileen, searches their library for a number of basic cards less than or equal to the difference, reveals them, puts them into their hand, then shuffles. Who has the most land?
I have 14.
I have 10.
I have 6.
So you put 8 lands into your hand.
8?
You,
In my hand?
Yeah.
up to 8 into your hand because she has 14.
And I put 4.
And I have no maximum hand size because I.
Neither do I.
Whenever chaos ensues, draw a card. Then you may put a land card from your hand onto the battlefield.
These are my 8 lands. So forests and islands to my hand.
These are my 4 lands.
Okay. Combat. We'll swing at you for 2, 3 this time.
Attack trigger.
Right.
Attack trigger, this order. Draw a card from the Shadow Rift. Draw 2. And gain 2. Discard 2. And then the Psych Rift. I did cast all of these, so I'm gonna do
Oh, I already took the 3 from the first 2.
1, 2, 3 in total, and then
So you have 6 total.
6.
Yeah, you
I
probably
did.
should.
5 to Jin, and then 1 to your face.
You get
Is-
the ward 2. We gotta pay 2 to Jin.
Oh.
Fuck.
Yeah, for each ping, too. Oh, no, you'd only have to pay it twice. Because 1 is 3, 1 is 2.
6 to your face, I guess, and then 3 damage on combat to you.
Go to 4.
Post-combat main phase.
Rift resolves.
Oh,
Yeah.
you did riff? So
Yeah.
Rift.
in response, yeah, I'm gonna definitely respond.
I have 5 permanents that'll go back to my hand.
Float. I will tap 1, float 2. I have 2 floating there. So I'll tap 4. I'll cast the Delicate Orrery.
Trigger.
I will draw a card because of Jin.
Hell yeah.
Why
well,
not?
Yeah.
I also will crack a food to 3. Using that too, gain 3 life. That's it. Okay. Rift resolves.
Rift is resolved, so then that brings us to damage step. You already took the damage. Post-combat main phase, I'm gonna pay 2. Tyrannith Magistrate, and I'm gonna pass.
Good thing everything's in my hand.
I'll untap and I'll
yeah,
draw.
true.
Stops him, I guess.
That was
Wow.
what I'm more concerned about.
Are you gonna be able to kill him, you think, next turn?
I'm only hitting for 3.
You're at 16.
It's a slow burn.
5.
I need to hit him 2 more times at least.
I'm gonna put a Kokusho on the stack. Did you crack a clue? Is that why you're at 7?
I cracked a food.
A food. 1, 2, Prismatic Lens. 1, 2, Felwar Stone. 1 for a Basilisk Collar. 2 for Swiftfoot Boots. 1 to attempt to equip. So you're not dead to it.
No, but I'll be at 1.
Just to be careful, I'm going to pitch Guardian Project to use Force of
It
Vigor.
still has haste, just won't get the hexproof.
Well, I'll still prevent it from having hexproof.
Okay, would you like to also destroy the Sentinel Tower? Because you're basically just dead to that next turn.
Yeah, I'll hit that one too.
So I guess with that on the stack, have to do it because it means it'll just kill me if I destroy it. So I'm gonna generous gift Kokusho.
So-
when he casts the Force of Vigor, trigger, I will hit you for 1, so we're both at 1.
No, because it's
Deals
5.
Yeah, it's 5.
Because I can.
Enigma Ridges.
What you?
Untap. Draw for turn. An island. I'll tap 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'll cast Jin Cataxis. Or 2. You know, you guys saw it 5/5. Then I will cast a Gilded Drake, and I'll switch with Chun-Li.
Just let me kill him.
You can. I'm gonna kill him with your commander, maybe.
He's gonna take care of that. Don't know.
Go to end step, draw a card.
Untap, upkeep, draw.
She's gonna kill you, dude.
Yeah, you're dead.
I'm definitely killing you.
You're dead, bud.
I'm gonna swing the 2 creatures at Lynch and then the Gilded Drake over here.
I have no blocks. You know, flyer and everything.
Well, I'm gonna at least block 1 to kill 1, because fuck. Okay, you
get my Chun-Li
Chun-Li
back.
You get the
Would
Monarch.
it still be tapped?
Not to put the pressure on Eiley, but if you win,
I'm-
you can finally say you won a game with Larry in the
But
pod.
he helped me.
Oh!
I'm gonna so evil.
Ruined it.
You're foreshadowing evilness. It's
I'm
so
gonna
bad.
sacrifice the food to gain 3 life. Go to end step, Monarch trigger, draw a card. I
Damn.
just drew that.
That can't stop that. That's pretty good.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
That'd be a.
That's lucky.
And we're 100% sure about this.
Yeah,
Each player must pass priority in succession to move to the next step. I started my end step, which triggers this. I pass my priority on this, but then hold my priority on my end step.
What happens here, and correct me if I'm wrong, Eiley, is that you draw the card, and then it starts the end step over.
More or less.
Is that what's going on?
I can't believe you got this the second time you've cast Nexus of Fate this game.
So untap, upkeep, draw step, play a land, attack you for 3.
You're not gonna cast Shadow Rift, right? I'm gonna be able to block.
No,
That's what's gonna happen.
absolutely not. 1 for Shadow Rift. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then 1, 2 for the cast them in this order. So go fetch a land.
I mean, you're
Fetch a blue.
rifting.
Yes, so I'm going to draw a card, then draw 2 cards, gain 2 life, discard 2 cards. So 1, 2,
Chun-Li, man.
discard 1, 2, gain 2 life. Then the Psych Rift.
I am rifted. Again.
All right, then you take 3 damage. And I go to my end step, draw a card from Monarch.
Watch it be the fucking
That would
thing
be
again.
awesome.
Oh my
but
god, I'd be really
It is your
angry.
turn, I will pass.
I'm gonna untap for my turn, move to my draw step.
I
Play a
am
land.
I am the captain now. Yeah.
I will pay 2 mana for this here Felwar Stone. I will pay 2 mana for a Prismatic Lens. I'll pay 2, cast a Basilisk Collar, cast a Shadow Spear, and finally pay 2, cast a Resurrection.
You didn't draw a creature, did you?
Nope, I drew Resurrection. No, don't flick.
I'm never gonna die, Flick. Sometimes you gotta pass and die. I did.
I'm gonna hit myself.
I didn't hit you with the flyer. I want shots!
Okay, I rolled Chaos.
Everybody!
So I draw a card,
Draw a
and I
card.
put a land from my hand into play.
Yes.
Exotic Orchard.
You played 3.
Phyrexian Soulgorger.
What does that do?
It's an 8/8.
Has trample or no?
No, but I can pay 2 and equip the Shadow Spirit of the Soulgorger, giving it trample.
Okay.
I mean,
Is
she
it
has an
haste?
answer. Yeah, it has haste.
It has haste because of Hall of the Bandit.
Because of Hall of the
Lord.
Bandit Lord.
Oh,
Move to
this
combat.
fucking Hall of the Bandit.
I'll swing at you for 9.
On declaration of attackers, I'll March of Swirling Mist it, so I will phase it out.
You got it.
Hey, at least you did something. You fought. You gotta go out with the
I
fight.
did. I almost got there.
Gotta keep the
It is
pressure.
phased out. So continuing, move past combat. I will pay 1 more and roll the planar die. Let's do it this way, because in case we draw something. Wow, that's a really good draw. I'll play a land. Unfortunately, it does not help me in this scenario.
You
with
could
that,
pay again and roll again.
that's true. Sure, why not? I don't think I have anything good. Okay.
Nope, there you go.
I will proceed to, unfortunately, pass the turn
Push.
to
Do you
Eileen.
just need to swing? You can do it.
Untap, upkeep, draw, go to combat, swing at you for 3.
I drew removal. No, I'm just kidding.
You don't even need to do anything special.
Yeah.
No, I don't.
I will declare no blocks.
Yeah,
Eileen
wrong
finally
way.
beat Larry!
It was tainted though. He
This
saved
is
beat
what I
Larry
drew.
with his own sacrifice.
I think if I hadn't casted anything, it just started rolling a planar die, and I drew this. Okay.
Wait, what did you draw?
Villis. I could have killed Chun-Li. Probably she had Mana Drain in her
I had
hand.
Mana Drain
So it
in
didn't
hand.
even matter.
Oh, that would have been even great. Hey, I love the what if talk. You were like, I could have Villised. I would have mana drained you. It's over. So how do you feel about your tainted win against Larry? Where Larry helped you? Do you feel good?
I feel like I've been bathed in ichor, and Larry. I now owe Larry
Dead.
A debt?
a debt.
Is it a weird
Debt
debt?
of loyalty?
Does it
A
feel
debt
like when,
debt?
Does it feel like when,
something like
Debt
that.
to the
There-
deathless.
is it like a Superman Lex Luthor thing where you're like, how do I owe you a favor?
Dear man.
It's easy. Next
You know.
time you can kill him, don't kill him because he saved your ass.
So with this said, real quick, let's break it. Your first time on the show.
I had a blast. I have no qualms that I didn't win because it was a fight to the very end. And I had just a fantastic time here on the show. Thank you for having me on.
Yeah,
And that 300 life was no joke.
Nope, you didn't even get me below 200.
You also got to be the archenemy, which
Yeah.
is
Which
kind
was
of
fun.
always a fun place to be.
I really liked seeing the pop off in this. I still felt like Starscream got to do a lot of cool things. You got to see
Yeah.
how crazy it was, even when after a pop off. Like, dude, that still put up a big fight until we just got hosed. And the Planechase kind of messed with all that, which
Yeah.
was interesting.
Planechase makes for a crazy game.
Yeah.
It's definitely a good time. It's tough to keep track of, I think is the only
Yeah.
thing. Like it's important. Like we had like the multiplane thing. I had never seen anything like that. And
Never
the whole
have I.
game at that point hinged on what you could do. Like I was looking to take an extra combat with Starscream the turn before I died so I could potentially draw a couple more cards, make that dark deal a little juicier. Like I was looking for Grey Merchant to bash Fidel or something like that. That's the
Well,
way
I
the game
mean,
goes.
especially
Like,
this thing. It drawed the draw card. It was this close to
Yeah.
saving my ass.
Yeah.
Because I got the big, it was a 9/9 with trample and lifelink.
To me, that's
Big.
also what makes, I think, Commander fun. Like when I first got into Magic, you by the time you got enough land to cast the big stuff, the game's over.
Right,
And it's
because,
like, I
yeah.
felt like this was like he dropped a Kozilek.
Yeah.
It feels like it
free.
happened a year
For
ago.
free.
You know, but like,
Off of your commander, right?
Yeah.
yeah.
Like-
But I'm just saying, we got some fun. There was some fun, stupid stuff that happened, and I felt like we got to, even though my deck kind of didn't fully get there, we still got to see it do what it does.
Your poor Dryad Arbor.
I know.
I just kept getting behind until I didn't get there.
Yeah.
But I really appreciate all of you coming on.
Yeah.
And every other Friday, come check us out here on I Hate Your Deck. Hope you enjoyed the Planechase. And hey, let's keep slinging spacey spells.
I won't.
Peace.
If you want to support I Hate Your Deck, please consider joining our Patreon. It's an excellent community that we have built with people from around the world where we play Magic in our Discord using Spell Table. If you haven't had a chance to play online Magic yet, try out our Discord. It's a great community where people are gaming daily. And every Thursdays we have Commander Day where people play all day and night, but the community's gotten so big, Commander Day is almost every day at I Hate Your Deck. I Hate Your Deck would like to thank our sponsor, No Pulp Media. It's where we're shooting right now, and it's where a lot of people come to record music or do podcasts. So if you're looking to do that, check out No Pulp Media here in Long Beach. Hey, it's time for the random Patreon shoutouts. I'd like to thank Gunnar Edmonston, Brian, and Marionette. Thanks, guys. If you want a shout out, you need to be a tier 4 or tier 5 patron where we give shout outs. Now, we love all of our patrons, but it's just one of the perks of being a tier 4 or tier 5 patron. Without you patrons, we wouldn't be where we are today, and we wouldn't be able to keep making content. So thank you so much for helping us make this show a reality, and we're really excited to keep bringing you great content for the years to come. I can't wait to be able to bring my son on the channel once he gets old enough, let me tell you.
I Hate Your Deck. Wizards of the West Coast. Tapping out and slinging spells. Wizards of the West Coast. deck. Wizards of the West Coast. I hate your deck. Wizards of the West Coast. I hate your deck. Join the I Hate Your Deck Patreon exclusive Discord to get the various benefits and be able to play Commander daily with people from around the world in our global community.